Raven Elyse TV.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Raven. Welcome back to another video. This is kind of going to be part 2 to my lip injections video that I posted a while back. I'm here with my mom again. We're heading back to the Body Tonic Medi Spa where we both got our filler done. I got lip filler, my mom got under eye filler, and you guys can check out that video to see our experience with that. We're heading back over here because now we are going to get microblading done. I've already had my eyebrows microbladed like over a year, I think it was over a year ago, at a different place. They did a pretty good job, but it doesn't last forever. It fades. You have to get it touched up, and depending on what type of skin type you have and the things that you use on your face, it can fade even more. So my eyebrows have faded a lot. They're drawn in right now with eyebrow pencils, so you can't tell. But today my mom is getting her eyebrows microbladed for the first time, so I'm going to film her experience. That way you can see it from start to finish, from getting it done the first time. And then tomorrow I'm gonna get my touch up, and I'm also gonna include that in this video. So yeah, if you wanna see how microblading is done and see my mom with the eyebrows, then just keep watching. So like I said, we went to Body Tonic Medi Spa in Austin, Texas. I found this place because they had great reviews online and great customer photos. And we saw Leslie to get our eyebrows microbladed because she is really good at what she does.
We're gonna be pretty conservative today. You have a follow-up after this, so after today, you're gonna live with it for 4 to 6 weeks, and then you're gonna come back and you're gonna go, I need one hair right here. Everybody becomes the brow expert, but yeah, so that follow-up appointment will make it more dense. We can play with shape more, we can play with color more.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds good. So that's good. I mean, we just need you to numb for about 2 more minutes, and then we'll be good.
No worries. So I think my mom had the numbing cream on for about 30 minutes just to make sure she got the full power of the numbing cream before they got started. Now Leslie is just taking a little measuring tool and just making sure that the eyebrows are going to be proportionate, that they're going to be even, and that they're going to be proportionate to her features on her face. And you can see that she's taking an eyebrow pencil and tracing on a general shape. This shape is based on the consultation appointment that my mom actually had beforehand. We did not film at that appointment, but my mom did have a consultation with Leslie to discuss what type of brows she wanted, how thick, how natural, what kind of shape, what kind of arch, and also what color ink did she want. So Leslie definitely gave some suggestions based on her expertise, what would be best, but you totally get to pick every detail so that you know that you're getting the brows that you want. And Leslie even took some tweezers and tweezed away those excess hairs. That way you can get a nice clean finish at the end, which I thought was really nice. Can you quickly explain what microblading is?
Yes, so it's different than the old school style of tattooing where it was a solid block and done with more of like a tattoo gun machine. Microblading, there's a few different techniques. What we're doing today and what I've found that works the best is just with a tool like this that doesn't involve any electricity. They're just needles that are infused together to make a blade, and they're of different sizes. We're doing hair by hair. Like I said, we're going to stay conservative today. You ready, Tony? So you want to stretch the skin to make it flat. Surface as possible.
So what she's doing is she's taking that blade tool that I just showed you, which is actually a series of needles lined up in a row to create a blade, and she's dipping it into the ink, which like I said, my mom got to pick the color ink that she wanted for her brows, and she's drawing on each individual hair stroke. Now, yes, she is cutting into the skin. This is how you make a tattoo. You have to cut into the skin or poke into the skin. So with the blade, she's kind of cutting into the surface of the skin and getting the ink in there, and that's how it becomes like a tattoo. So some people do bleed during this process. My mom really didn't bleed that much at all, if any. I definitely bleed a lot easier than my mom, but yeah, you can end up bleeding a little bit because they are scratching the surface of your skin. But that's what makes this look so natural, is the fact that she is doing each hair one by one, so your brows at the end of it will look like brows and not just one solid block of color.
So now I'm just going to pile on some pigment, even though she didn't have a whole lot of bleeding, which I appreciate. makes my job a lot easier. And we're still going to just get as much of this pigment into those little edges as we can.
So, you know, the people want to know, how bad did it hurt?
So this is the different anesthetic for open skin.
I'm ready for that.
Yeah. When we come back to this, you're not going to feel it.
Okay, I'm ready for the won't feel a thing part.
Okay. We still have to get on this side though.
So it hurt, is what you're saying? I mean, obviously, you're getting your...
It wasn't relaxing.
No. No. It's a tattoo.
I mean, but this is really quick, though. That literally took you about 9 minutes to do that brow. Just go into your happy place for 10 minutes. The number one question people always ask is, does it hurt? How bad does it hurt? And you guys just heard from my mom. She definitely said that it was uncomfortable and it kind of hurt a little, and I can speak from experience too and let you guys know that yeah, it does kind of hurt. As you heard Leslie say, it is a tattoo. They are cutting your skin, so of course it's going to be a little bit painful. Yes, she does put numbing cream on, and it helps a little bit with the numbing cream, but it does not fully take away the pain. It does not completely numb your brows because it is just surface numbing cream. It's not able to get underneath your skin, and since this is cutting into your skin, you're still going to feel that, but it's not unbearable. And like I said, it's actually a very quick process. It only took her 9 minutes to do the eyebrow, so if you can sit through 9 minutes of somebody scratching your eyebrow then you'll be fine. And again, just to reiterate, the reason why her other eyebrow has ink just smeared all over it is because she's trying to just let the ink soak into the little strokes that she made. She wants to make sure that the ink really gets in there and that you get the full effect of what she just did. So she just kind of lets that soak in while she does the other eyebrow. Of course, it's only going to soak into the edges that she made. It's not going to fill in your whole brow. And then of course she's going to wipe it off. Also, on top of this excess ink, she's applying another anesthetic or numbing cream. Now that there has actually been etches made into the skin, this numbing cream can actually soak into the skin and it will actually basically fully numb your eyebrows, to where when she goes back over it to add a few more hair strokes, you really won't feel that at all. It's just that the initial numbing cream is only on the surface, so you do still feel it, but once she goes back for round 2, then you won't feel it because now the numbing cream has soaked into the skin, if that makes sense.
After the first pass, some people are like, we can stop right there. And I'm like, no. Here, you want to take a look?
Yeah.
Can you see that?
Wow.
Here.
Oh, girl.
Gave you an arch. So now we're just going to fill in a little where it's sparse.
Yeah, yeah. Perfect.
And that's it. Don't look at that one.
Okay. That's weird. So why can't I feel that?
Because you had open skin after that first pass. So the anesthetic that we use is for open skin.
Okay.
So it's helping with the nerves.
Okay.
It's numbing. That first anesthetic that you sat with is just for surface. It's just to numb the surface.
And it doesn't
it's
work
not
very
penetrating.
well.
Right.
So now you're just adding a couple more.
Really defining. So after the second pass on each side, we're going to sit up and look at it together. When you sit up, your brows move, you know, gravity. So there might be a couple of tweaks here and there.
And you said you can't feel this part at all? You kind of feel the pressure of it?
Yeah.
Okay, so now she has gone over both brows twice. She went through once just to get the general shape on there, the general kind of feel for it. Then she wiped it off, looked at it, went back to see where she needed to add a few more hairs, and she added those in the second time. Like I said, on the second time, you don't feel it because the numbing cream works a lot better the second time. So now she is done and she is wiping off all that extra pigment and she is revealing basically the final product of the microbladed brows. My mom will have a follow-up appointment in about 4 to 6 weeks just to make sure that everything heals right and to be sure that they don't need to add like a few more hair strokes somewhere, but this is pretty much the finished product.
All right, we're gonna sit you up and let you look at them.
Wow. Wow. My brow's only better.
Your brow's only better. That's right. Can you see the strokes in there?
You feel cute?
You should.
Okay, wait. Let me see. We're gonna do a little turn to this. Tilt your head a little bit to the side. Show one brow. Show the other. So you can see that it looks very natural, but it just gives her a more defined brow. And my mom said that it was definitely worth it. She loves them. Okay guys, deja vu. We're back in the car again with my mom and we're heading back to Body Tonic because it's the next day and I am going for my eyebrow microblading touch-up appointment. Like I said, got mine done a while back. It's been a long time. They faded a lot and I just need to touch up and to just kind of reshape them and add some more hair strokes here and there. So mine's not gonna be like as intense as hers, but I'll still show you guys a little before. So yeah, I definitely still have eyebrows. You can still see where it was done before, especially right here on the top of the arch. But I just want to get that filled in, get some more hair strokes in the front because my eyebrows are like far away from each other. You can't really see, I'll have to show you guys later, but when I got in the car, my mom was like, ooh, my eyebrows are on fleek.
I feel like I look better without makeup with my eyebrows done. I look good. No, I don't look better. I look better, but I just look good without makeup.
Okay.
You got befores?
Yes.
I have no makeup on. So you can see where I had it before up here, mainly in the arch, because my eyebrows grow in like a straight line.
Okay.
So it doesn't really grow up here, so
Okay.
that's all got to be filled in. I feel like it just needs to be darkened up and filled in more
Okay.
right there, because you can really see like where my eyebrow is and where the arch is.
Okay, and you're happy with where this arch, this top line is, right?
I'm happy. I like this eyebrow better than this eyebrow.
Okay. Why?
And I feel like
That can even be extended like a hair.
this one has a nicer rounded arch to it, and this one is still pretty straight. It looks straighter to me. A little bit.
I think the issue is,
Or something about it looks different.
yeah, look in the mirror, Jim. Right in here, you kind of have this dip, and then it goes up. So we need to make this line match with this line. So all this kind of needs to be filled in. Because you can see the lines here.
Yeah, that one, I like this one.
Okay,
where
good.
everything is. This one I just kind of want to make it match a little better.
So we can work with that. That's
And
good.
then, same thing like my mom, I feel like I need a couple hair strokes to bring them
Go in.
in. I mean, my face is wide set like that
Right,
anyway, but I
right.
do like to cheat it a little bit just to
Okay.
give the illusion.
Whenever you draw them on, do you kind of do the ombre thing where you leave them lighter here?
Yeah, like I
Because-
don't want it to be heavy or
Yeah.
like my eyebrow starts right
Yeah.
there, but just like a couple little, maybe
Just a
more
couple of
spread
hairs.
out.
Okay.
hair
Because
strokes.
the issue whenever you make the bulbs thicker is they tend to bring your eyes down and you have kind of a scowl. So we're gonna test it and I'm gonna do one hair right there, and then if you want to go further, we'll do more. These were developed for brow color. There's not a lot of fade in them, 10-20% maybe. You're not gonna know what that is just by looking at that, you know. I don't know if you can see it with this light behind you. I mean, your eyebrow hairs are black, but that's just too stark on anyone.
So is this
That's
Your
a
kind of-
shade darker than what we went on your mom.
a shade darker than my mom's?
It's called a rich brown, and that's exactly what
My
it is.
eyebrow pencil is called Rich Brown.
Okay. Perfect.
So it might be
There we go.
accurate.
I would go with the top color, and that's what we used on your mom. You know, and keep in mind.
It's like the slightest difference. I really honestly can't
Yeah.
even tell. So I trust you.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't realize you used ink when you were doing the scratching.
What do you mean?
Or
Oh, you
like
thought she just put
dipping
the
and
ink
then-
on top after?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people think that's funny.
This feels like nothing compared to the first time I got it done.
Some of
We
the
can
cheap wine
save
tastes
your
better
money.
to me than the expensive wines.
Yeah, if I just go to like Central Market, I just get like whatever's recommended.
We have wine club in our neighborhood where sometimes we have like up to 50 different wines to taste, but to be honest, I typically only drink what I bring.
That's funny.
We had tequila and wine at wine club with tequila tasting from this local tequila company called Amarado.
Oh, cool.
And we got to taste 3 different kinds of tequila, and then we were drinking wine. So the process is you put the pigment on the blade, and you draw some strokes in.
Right.
Then you cover it up with more pigment.
Right, more pigment because she's bleeding a little, just so it can soak into those etches. So it's pushed down in there, and then on top of that, we put the secondary anesthetic, so that when we come back to this side, she doesn't feel anything.
Okay, so she went through and did the first round of microblading on both of my eyebrows. She wiped off the pigment, and now she's going in for round 2, which, like I said on my mom, is kind of like the touch-up, just to see what else you want to add to it. I told her that I wanted to add a couple of more hair strokes in the front of my brow, just because, like I said, I don't like how far apart my eyebrows are. So I told her that I wanted to add a few more hair strokes just in the front. I didn't want it to look too blocky or too intense, but I did want to add just a little bit more. So that's what she's doing now, and she's gonna also make the other brow match, and then we will be done. Again, this process does not take very long at all, especially because I have already had it done before. She doesn't have to do as many hair strokes because I do have some hair strokes left over from last year when I got this done at a different place. So she's just kind of filling in the sparse areas that have faded and adjusting the shape that I got at the last place. My eyebrows were a little bit uneven, so she's just kind of adjusting it and adding a few extra hair strokes. So this went by very quickly. So here you can see my finished product, and you will notice that I went for a much thicker, fuller, a little bit fatter brow style than my mom got. My mom got a very natural look for her age, for her face type, and just something that was just a little bit more subtle on her. I wanted something a little bit more bold, a little bit heavier because of my face shape, because I have a huge forehead and everything like that. I like thicker, fuller brows on me, so that is what I specifically asked for. The brows do change a little bit when they heal. They will lighten up a little bit and look even more natural. So now, after I've just got them done, they do look a little dark and a little heavy, but you kind of have to wait and see how they fully look when they heal about a week later. So my mom and I were both very happy with our results. Again, they are going to heal and look a little bit different about a week into it, and then about 4 to 6 weeks into it, we're going to come back for a follow-up appointment, make sure everything healed right, make sure we like how it looks, and add a couple more hair strokes if need be. But for the most part, this is our finished product, and we both were very, very happy with it. The great thing is that it's really not that painful. It is a little bit uncomfortable, like I said. You're gonna feel it for about 10 minutes on each eyebrow, but it's nothing you can't handle, and it's definitely worth the result because this lasts for about a year and a half, maybe even longer depending on your skin type. So it is a semi-permanent solution to having nicer, thicker, more defined brows that don't wash off. You don't have to wear makeup, you don't have to fill them in. It looks nice and natural, and it really frames your face. If you are someone who has very thin, very sparse, or very light colored brows, this could be a great option for you, and that is why I personally got it done. So I feel like it looks really good. Very happy with my results. Leslie did a great job, and I would definitely recommend this if you guys have been thinking about it. So if you guys ever come to Body Tonic, ask for Gina and also ask for Leslie. She's the best. Yay! Thank you.